Yo, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today is December 16th. When you will be seeing this, it'll be December 17th. How are you guys doing today? I'm feeling pretty well. Um, Nothing much today, man. Today is just kind of a repeat. I did do everything I set out to do yesterday, but today is kind of just like a, repeat standard day, man. Nothing special, nothing crazy. Grateful, of course. Grateful to be here, grateful to be alive, grateful to be free. Um, and uh, and I mean that's pretty much it. I don't really have too much to say today, but we're gonna be watching a video that's gonna put us on the opposite side of what usually happens in these police interactions. So this video says that this criminal is actually smarter than detectives, and I'm curious to see if this is how you should handle some of these interrogations. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't even watched a little bit of it. So I don't know if he comes out on top or if he winds up getting arrested or not. But it says that this guy is no stranger to these interrogations and he handled himself pretty well. So I'm curious to see what are some of the things that he did that made him successful. If he was successful, that is not just requesting for a lawyer, right? The only thing that I can think of is if you get put in one of these interrogation rooms or you get inside a situation where police is questioning you heavy, it's to just ask for a lawyer. Ask for a lawyer. That's what I'd say is the proper thing to do every single time. But apparently this guy has a different strategy. So let's jump into the video and see what it's about.
Most people that are interrogated by the police don't understand the law or don't realize that detectives are trying to manipulate them. In today's video, we are going to take a look at the interrogation of a man who is no stranger to interacting with the police.
He looks like a
This
cop.
is Mark Denclaw, and he was the president of the Gypsy Joker Motorcycle Club.
Ooh. Biker.
Hey, Mark? Yep. My name's Scott Curtis with the Clark County Sheriff's Office.
All right. What's your name?
Kevin.
Kevin?
Also with Clark County.
Guys, so he was facing like this way, right? He shook their hand with his left hand. Now, I don't know what's the big deal behind it, but I know that's improper. It's something that's behind shaking the hand with the left hand that's not right. I'm just gonna be calling out the things that I noticed.
What's going on, fellas?
Well, obviously we're not from Portland. A couple things we need to do before we chat, and then we'll explain everything. You're with a motorcycle club. You have some affiliation with one, is that right?
I don't have any answers for questions like that.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking is that a few months back, a gentleman named Jeff Sudan, you know him? He threw your name out in conjunction with kind of a...
Okay, so it seems like, I know I'm pausing it really early. I do tend to do this a lot, but I notice things and I want to talk about them. So it seems like he's ready to take an interview because he knows how to handle himself. He knows he can handle himself without incriminating himself, right? Most of the time people say ask for a lawyer because a lot of people don't know how to handle themselves without incriminating themselves. So I'm guessing he knows how to handle himself without incriminating himself. And so when the cop asked him, are you a part of a motorcycle crew? He states that I don't have any answers for questions like that. And the cop immediately goes into, repositions himself or repositions the question. That's good. I mean, I like it. Let's see.
repossession of a car, or collection of a car. Does that sound familiar to you?
No, Jeff Sudan almost might. I'm not sure about that. It seems like Sudan rings a bell somewhere, but no collections of a car. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Where do you live, sir?
Down by Salem.
Okay. What's your address?
You answer. It's on my driver's license. It's
I don't have your driver's license.
Well, you guys have my foothold.
The reason Mark is being interrogated by the police is because a few months earlier, the police found the body of a man named Robert Huggins in a field. After weeks of investigation, the police would find out that Robert was an ex-member of the same club that Mark was president of. He had been banned from the club for stealing money from them to pay for his heroin addiction. Robert did not like being kicked out of the club, so he decided to break into Mark's house, tie up his girlfriend, and steal money from the home. Mark quickly found out what Robert did, and he gathered some men from his club and he took Robert's life. How did the police find all this out? A member of the club who was also a drug addict had been imprisoned for possession, and he said way too much during a recorded phone call with his girlfriend.
Okay. And you
God damn it, guys. Guys. Damn it, guys. Damn it. I don't even have nothing to say to that, man. I'm just like, if you're going to do some dirt, do it by yourself, because shit like that, bro. Don't tell nobody, because shit like that, bro. Pillow talking to his girlfriend got Mike arrested, and he done did all this good performing in the interrogation room. Unfortunate.
you're living with a gal down there, is that right?
No, I kicked her out.
Oh,
She comes and stays. She stays, but she can only stay for 3 days at a time. She's kind of a transient.
Huh. Okay.
I took her off the lease, and the people that I rent the house from said she can only stay for 3 days at a time. So
Okay.
if somebody looks in the house, they'll see all her stuff in the bags and stuff all piled there on the floor.
When did you kick her out?
Which time? I kicked her out a lot of times.
Numerous times?
Yeah, she just calls me, and she's with no place to go and stuff, and get tugs on the heartstrings, and I pick her up and let her stay for a little while again. It's a love-hate thing.
Okay.
Long
So
story.
how long did she stay there before the in and out started?
She was there from the time I moved in until, well, I mean, not steady. She's never been steady there. She's always gets kicked out or moves out and goes and stays with somebody else for a while. And she just kind of transients around.
And what's her name?
Nicole.
Okay. So this last time, how long was she?
So there's my background. That's it on Nicole. What else you want to know?
Okay.
Is Nicole the problem here? I mean, I know that she's had the cops over a few times.
Okay.
And she's had problems with the hospital and her.
Tell me about the hospital.
Well, if you don't know about it, then that's not what you're talking to me
Okay.
about. Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I
Is
know
that
what
what this is about?
No.
Is it about the other night?
It does involve Nicole. So
Okay.
I don't know what the hospital thing is, so if that's not part of Nicole's issues, then
Okay.
so Nicole had let me back up.
Something to note there, guys. He nipped it in the bud. When they kept asking, he told them some basic information that is just standard information without seeming like he's hiding something. He doesn't want to seem like he's hiding something, right? But he wants to take the interrogation and talk. And I'm just guessing, but he wants to take the interrogation and talk because he doesn't want to seem like he's hiding something. But he's not gonna overly volunteer information, right? So he's like, yeah, I tell Nicole, my girlfriend, this was about that. Is it about her? I mean, what are we doing here? I'm not gonna keep answering. What is this about? He's kind of taking that stance there, and then he's like, he mentioned something about a hospital. It's about the hospital, and the cops was like, well, tell us about the hospital, and he's like, well, if you don't know, I'm not gonna tell you. I mean, well, he didn't say that. He said, if you don't know, then that's not what you're talking about. So I'm not gonna keep pausing the video, but I just wanted to mention right there that he stopped and he's taking control of the conversation, and I think that's something to take note of. Well, I think ultimately you should always just ask for a lawyer, but if you are going to take on the detectives in the interrogation room, that's something you want to take note of. You want to take control of the conversation and not let them batter you into a corner with questions.
A little bit. How long have you been in a relationship?
I'm not going to answer any more questions about Nicole.
Okay.
I don't have any more answers for you until I find out what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
you guys brought me in. I didn't bring you in. I want to hear what you got to talk about.
Well, I'm trying to get to that, but part of that's going to involve how long you've known Nicole.
Well, if you don't want to tell me what the heck I'm doing here, say so. Because I'm not going to sit here and give you a bunch of my background so you can play whatever kind of game you're playing. This is kind of stupid, man. I just got picked up and treated pretty roughly. You can still see the marks on my hands. This one was completely asleep all the way here, and thrown in a complete silent room there. I want to know what the heck's going on, man.
Okay. Did you know Nicole back in October?
October of this year?
Last year. 2015.
Well, yeah.
Okay. You guys were living together off and on.
I told you I'm not going to answer any more questions about Nicole until I find out what this is about. Is this a domestic thing? And if so, what am I doing in Portland?
Well, it's kind of a domestic thing. Nicole took off in a car that she may have had I don't know, had purchased with assets that belonged to you, or something like that, and then Jeff Sudan and a couple other guys kind of returned that car to you. Does that make sense to you? Is that
Or attempted to.
or attempted to?
Hell
Okay.
no.
Okay.
You guys are
So why would they throw?
Well, I'm not going to answer your questions,
Okay.
but because but without a lawyer anyway, but just because I don't like the reaction. But you guys are way off, man.
Okay.
You guys don't know. I don't know who's telling these stories, and I'm not sure who Jeff Sudan is, but I can tell you right now, nobody's ever returned a car to me from anybody ever in my life.
So if we got the story wrong, can you help us out with that?
Well, I'm not going to straighten your story out. No, I'm not.
Okay.
Not until I find out why I'm sitting here.
Okay.
I don't understand. This is about Nicole stealing a car and
No,
somebody.
not stealing necessarily.
But
But
why are you playing games? Tell me what
I'm
you're
not,
talking about.
not trying to play games, but
Okay.
I'm trying to get at the root of what caused this whole thing. Like I said, this gentleman's.
They tell Mark that the reason he was handcuffed and brought in for interrogation was because a woman he lives with named Donna stole a car from him and that she was found. Mark realizes that this doesn't make sense, because if it was true, then that would mean he was the victim, and why would they arrest a victim? If possible, police will question a suspect about other crimes, so they will believe that they have gotten away with the initial crime. This will make the suspect feel more comfortable, and they are more likely to answer questions without asking for a lawyer.
Ooh, now that's something I didn't know, guys. Did you guys hear that correctly? I didn't know that. What he said is damn. So they will ask you questions about other crimes, so that you'll feel more open and you'll think that you got away with yours, and you wouldn't ask for the lawyer, and you'll already be open and talking and stuff like that. That's a good observation. That's a good observation.
For the crime is what I'm looking for. What fucking car are you talking about, man?
I think it was an Acura. Does that sound
Okay, well, what about it?
Okay. She took off in an Acura.
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
you're wrong. I'm not gonna tell you the story because it's a personal story, and there's no crime that I'm not gonna press charges about anything.
Okay.
And I would be the only. In the story that you're talking about, there's only one person in the world that could press any charges about it, and that'd be me.
Okay.
And I'm not pressing any charges on her.
All right.
And nobody returned any car, and she never took any car from anywhere. So you got the story completely wrong first.
Okay.
So before you come talk to me about those kind of stories, you should get them right.
Okay.
Get them straight, man.
How would I get them right without chatting with you?
Well, because I'm not here to give you information. That's not what I'm about. I'm not a cop. I'm not going to sit here and feed you information. I don't know. I'm here for some reason. I don't know what your deal is, but you haven't explained that to me yet. Until then, I got no more answers for you about Nicole or cars or anything else. I don't even know what the hell. Why wouldn't if this has to do with that car? Why in the heck am I not the one pressing the charges? I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay. I see your point.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty good point. Yeah.
Okay.
He kind of sounds like Joe Rogan. You think about it, he kind of sounds like Joe Rogan.
How far back do you want to?
Dude, the cops are. Hey, the cops are stuck. The cops are like, well, yeah, you got a good point. The cops are froze, man. He's doing a good job.
Go back. So you don't know Jeff. You said you don't know Jeff.
Don't know
Sudan.
Jeff Sudan, no.
Would you maybe recognize a picture of him?
Well, you know what? Anybody that you're going to show me, you'd have a lot better chance showing me a picture than getting
Fair
me,
enough.
because I do not know people's names.
Okay. That look familiar to you, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What do you know that guy by?
I'm not going to answer your questions. I told you, I'll listen to what you have to say, and I'll pick what I want to answer, but I'm not going to tell you information about people I know. I'm not a cop.
Okay.
and
Well, that's
I'm
a
not
picture
gonna-
of Jeff Sudan.
Oh, okay. I did not know that was that guy's name.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I'm starting to put it together.
Okay.
Okay. Now I kind of know.
Would you tell me how you know that man? Or
No, I'm not going to give you that information, but I kind of know what we're talking about here. But
Okay.
I thought that those charges were dropped on him and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, he was with another gentleman too, right?
When this thing happened,
Yeah.
that's what I heard. I wasn't there.
No, I know you weren't there.
Oh, okay.
But you know some of the background.
Well, I might know some of the background, but like I said, I'm not here to try to answer your questions. You're going to have to get the answers. Why can't you? All these answers you should be able to get from that guy. You know what I mean?
Some of them we
I don't know
can.
him very well, by the way. But I don't know him very well, but I know exactly who he is. And but I don't have the answers for you as far as that stuff goes.
Okay. Well, a few months before this car thing happened, Nicole was at your house, and somebody busted in the house and roughed her up a little bit, tied her up. You remember that?
I can't really answer to that. You're going to have to get that story from her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to answer to that. But I can tell you once again, and you're going to find out that you are completely wrong.
Okay.
So that didn't happen?
What's that? I'm not going to go there. I'm going to let
You're saying we're wrong.
You got the story all wrong.
Okay.
You got the story all wrong.
Okay.
And if you ask around about Nicole, you're probably going to find that you got a whole bunch of stories wrong, man.
Okay.
But I'm not going to sit here and slam on Nicole, and I'm not going to sit here and tell stories about her or anybody else.
Would you tell me what we got wrong about that
Never happened. That's not what happened. I'll tell you that. I'll say that is not what happened.
Okay.
Nobody actually came to the house.
Okay.
All right.
What did happen?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to let her tell you. I'm not Mr. Rat who's going to sit here and tell Nicole's life story to anybody.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If she wants to tell you what happened, she will. And anything about what you took the car and the whole thing you're talking about, ask her. Ask her. It's not my story. It's hers.
Okay.
The detectives are trying to establish motive for the murder of Robert Huggins. They are now telling Mark that he is not being questioned just because of the stolen car, but also because of the robbery that took place at his home. Mark realizes that just like the car theft, he is a victim of the robbery at his home. So why was he handcuffed and brought in for interrogation?
Who did you tell about what did happen then?
Oh, God. Told tons of people, man.
Okay. You give me some examples.
No.
Okay.
You know what I like about this guy right here? It's just like no, like no. That's sometimes like, it's like people feel, I guess, I don't know, watching these videos, it kind of feels like, well, in my experience, yeah, it kind of feels like you can't tell a cop, no. You can't tell them, no, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to, like he says, I'm not Mr. Rap. I'm not here to just tell people's stories. You ask them. You know what I mean? So I like that about this guy. He's just like, no, man, no. I mean, you guys brought me here for a reason, and if you guys are gonna tell me why I'm here, I'd hear you out, and you can ask me, you can tell me why I'm here, and then whatever, we'll go from there. But I'm not about to just answer a bunch of questions with no lawyer about other people. And I mean, what do you guys think I am? No, it's not my place to tell anyone else's business. Go ask those guys. So I respect that about this guy, man. He's old, and another thing that I want to take note of is that he's 100% aware of what's going on right now. He is consciously aware that he is being interrogated for a crime right now, and he's not forgetting that. He is not forgetting that he is being interrogated for a crime right now. He knows that. He's not stupid. So every question they ask, he's thinking, should I answer this? No. Is this? No. You know what I mean? And he's like a ninja, bro. He's like a pro. Like a lot of people, would take him a lot longer to figure out, is this an incriminating question? But he already knows. He's like, yep, this is no, I'm not answering. No. You know what I mean? He's good, man. He's good.
I'm not going to sit here and name names for you, man. Mm-hmm. If you think I am, you're just barking up the wrong tree.
Okay.
You really are. But I'll tell you what I don't really understand why this stuff that you're talking about with this dude and the car stuff, why would that get handcuffs put on me?
Well,
why would those handcuffs go on me? What did I do that was illegal in any of that stuff? What did I even have to do?
So another thing I just thought of is the reason he's taking this interview is he's trying to see what they got on him. Guys, I think I figured it out. I don't think he's just doing this just for fun, just to not seem like a maybe I was wrong in the beginning. He's not doing this to see why. He's not doing this to not look guilty. He's doing this to see what they have on him. And so in taking this interview, you know, if you go in and you say, I want a lawyer, you don't get any information from them. You don't know what they have on you. You don't know what's coming. So that's why a lot of people tend to take the interview and, you know, and they wind up falling into the trap and telling on themselves because they want to know what it is that you have on me. You know, they set you up, really. They throw you in a room where it's real cold, it's real silent, you're waiting for hours, you want answers. And so when they finally come in and talk to you, you want to know what the hell is going on, or what the hell do they know, even if you know you're guilty, what the hell do they got on me? And so you take the interview and you wind up falling into the trap and telling on yourself. But he's like, I want to know. He's just like everyone else. He wants to know what you guys have on me. He's just better at dodging the incriminating questions. That's the assumption that's what I'm getting from this interview right now.
I wasn't even there for any of it. None of it. Okay. Not anything that you've talked about so far. I was a long way away from it. Okay. So why would I get handcuffs put around my fucking wrist for it?
Well, where were you when that happened?
Well, man, I know where you're talking about. I wasn't there involved in anything that happened if there was a story made up about this theft thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. If that's the story that you're talking about, and the car thing about the whole fucking car deal, mm-hmm. I wasn't there. I wasn't involved in it. Okay. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to tell you the story about it. You can get that from other people who like to tell stories.
Some of it we have.
I'm not going to.
So back in the middle of June, do you recall getting called by a FedEx guy from your house?
Yes, I know about the FedEx guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so tell me about that.
Man, I shouldn't even fucking. You know, I'm not trying to. I'm not going to try to do anything that's going to get Nicole in any kind of trouble, man, because I'm not here to try to get her in trouble, all right? Mm-hmm. If that's what this is all about. And I don't really understand, but I'll tell you one thing. You know what? If you want to hear this story from me, you get Nicole here too. Both of us in the same room.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, that's the only way.
That's not going to happen.
Because I'm not going to tell behind her back what this. I'd love to tell you the truth, but I don't want to do it behind her back. It's against my personal rules. I'm not going to sit here and talk to cops about anybody behind their back. But I would like to have her here so me and her could. So we can.
I'm a little bit confused too.
Nicole, tell them this and tell them that. I would do that in front of her to try to get this straightened out because I don't. You guys are just got the story is so fucked up, and if you really knew what the deal was, well, like I said, if you really knew what the deal was, you might. I don't know if you'd arrest Nicole or not, but I'm not going to get her arrested. You know, I'm not pressing no charges on her for anything that happened then, if that's what the deal is.
I guess I'm a little bit confused because when Nicole, you're saying it's a story. When Nicole says that she's. Basically, there's a robbery at your house, and there's an incident. The FedEx guy calls you, lets you know this story. Why would she be in trouble? Why you're saying you don't want to get her in trouble? Why would she be in trouble for that? That's what I'm missing.
Because okay. All right, man. You know, I wish Nicole was here. I feel like a piece of shit for even talking shit behind her back. Nicole set the whole fucking thing up. That was her and her friend. They fucking zip tied her. They knew the fucking guy was coming. That was a setup. She robbed me. She even brought the stuff that was robbed. She brought a bunch of it back. Man, that's her and her friends. If you want to know the fucking truth, I've been robbed by the girl so many fucking times you couldn't even count it.
Really?
And that whole robbery right there, that stuff, everything she stole from me then that she brought back everything she couldn't sell on offer up, her and her fucking junkie friends. And that's what fucking happened there, man. It was a total lie. I know it was for a fact. She, like I said, her mom knows. She told her mom what all fucking kind of stuff was stolen in this big robbery, and then her mom comes over when I was throwing her out, and her mom starts looking at all the stuff and goes, "Oh shit, here's something, this was stolen, all stuff that half the stuff she told her, anything her and her friends couldn't sell on the fucking offer up, she brought back after she wanted to be back with me and stuff."
What items did she take or try?
Well, you know, I'm not going to sit here and lay out a big old.
All right, guys, we was wrong. We was wrong about this guy. Maybe he's not as good as he thinks he is. What do you guys think? Did he just talked too much? I personally think he just spoke way too much. And this is why I always say just ask for the lawyer. Don't even try to figure out what they got against you. Don't even try to figure out the story. Don't even do it, guys. Because I just feel like he spoke way too much. Even if he didn't incriminate himself or anybody else, which I think he did, you're giving up information that they didn't have in the first place. And the only reason they're going to use any information that you give them is going to be against you. They say it in the Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or will or do will be used against you in the court of law. Against you, not for you. So anytime you give up any information that they didn't already have, which you don't know what they have, so why give up any information at all? You are providing them with tools to use against you. So I think he maybe thought he was better than he actually was. And that's why I say, man, just always ask for the lawyer. Don't even try to play these games. Me, I know myself personally. I'm not even good enough to sit here and dodge questions. You feel me? I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm just the GOAT at dodging incriminating questions. I'm gonna just little Kim, all these questions. No, you're gonna have to get. I'm gonna need the lawyer. I'm gonna need the lawyer honestly, because I'm not gonna sit here and try to think what questions. Dude, when a cop, here's how bad it is, guys. When a cop asks me what my name is, I'm already like, I don't want to answer that. You know, I already don't want to answer that. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving, you know, I'm switching up my last name. Like, my birthday, they asked me my birthday, my phone number. I'm like, yo, I don't even want to give you my phone number. No, I don't want to give you my phone number. My birthday? No. You know what I mean? Like, that's how bad it is with me. So, that's why I'm like, dude, just give me the lawyer, because I literally can't answer nothing without being paranoid as fuck. Like, I'm giving up way too much information. Yeah, I don't think this guy is as good as he thinks he is.
Whole thing for you, ask her if you can get the truth out of her. Ask her, you know what I mean? But
Mark is one step ahead of the detectives. Their initial goal was to get Mark to tell them that he knew that Robert had broken into his home, which would have given them motive. Mark knows this, so he tells them that it was Nicole who broke in, and that she even brought back some of the stolen items. It's a risky move because it requires that Nicole tell the police the same thing, which would mean she is admitting to theft. After telling the detectives that he knows it was Nicole, Mark still wants to know why he's being interrogated.
I'm not going to be your storyteller, you know. All I can tell you is you're barking up the wrong tree, and I don't even know what the fuck it has to do with you guys when if I'm not mad about the shit. If I forgave her for everything that you're talking about, I know about the car. You got the car story completely fucking wrong too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But she was an asshole in that story, and I can't say I forgave her for it, but I sure as hell didn't go press no charges on her, and I was told to at the time. I was told by a lawyer to press charges on her. And I told the lawyer, I said, man, all my life I've been telling people, don't use the cops to handle your business. So is this my price? Is this where I go, go against my judgment and go have her fucking arrested or something like that to get my shit back? In any case, it's my own personal problems. I chose to live with them. I lost a lot because of the girl, you know what I mean? But I'm not pressing the charges, so I don't see why you guys care.
Okay. Who's her junkie friends that were helping her?
I'm not going to tell you names of people. You didn't hear me the first time? I'm not sitting here naming people for you. All I'm doing is telling you you got your stories really screwed up. And I don't even know why you care. Because I sure as hell ain't going to press no charges on her. I'm telling you that. So, if it's about Nicole, and why would I get handcuffed up and brought in like that if you guys are mad because Nicole went and bought a fucking car with my money or whatever the fuck might happen?
For the first time since the interrogation started, the detectives mention Robert Huggins, also known as Bagger Bob.
All right. Is Bagger Bob part of that? Part of her junkie friends?
Bagger Bob?
Yeah. That ring a bell?
What you talking? Yeah, I know who that is. Okay. He's fucking the guy that got killed about a fucking year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he one of the ones who set this up with Nicole?
Man, you know, you're going to have to, if you're trying to like tie that into this or something like that, you're going to have to talk to Nicole about that.
Okay. Well, I was asking you because you said it was her junkie friends, and I assumed that meant you knew who junkie friends were.
No, not the kind of junkie that I heard he was. She's not that kind of a junkie.
Okay. Can you help? What kind of junkie is she?
I don't know. I'm sure you probably know better than I do.
So when you say her junkie friends...
Yeah, I'm not talking about any of our ex-fucking club brothers or anything like that. No.
Okay. All right.
I'm talking about her friends, not my friends.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. So was Bagger Bob one of your friends, not hers?
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, you know, actually, if now that fucking you're starting to bring his name into it, and he got killed, now I don't think I have any other questions to answer for you. Now I think having a lawyer here might be a good idea.
Okay. Sorry.
I think that'd be a good idea if you're starting to ask questions about a dead guy.
Mark says that he thinks he may need a lawyer because they are asking questions about Robert. The problem is, most people will continue to talk to the police for many reasons. First, they are curious about how much information the police actually have against them.
What did I say, guys?
And they don't realize that a lawyer will get a discovery for them, which will have every piece of evidence the police have.
Exactly.
The second reason is, they believe they can convince the police that they had nothing to do with the crime, so they answer questions in a way to make them appear innocent.
What did I say, guys? Come on, man. I know this shit.
And lastly, people believe that asking for a lawyer will make them look guilty.
Okay. Let me clarify something with you.
Okay.
Do you want us to keep chatting, or do you want to talk to a lawyer? I need to know that.
Well,
we can keep chatting, but you have to
if
tell
you
me.
want to tell me what I'm doing here and what reason, I may try to help you out with that. But if you're going to keep me in the dark, well, then I got nothing else to say either.
Okay. So I still need to clarify with you that one point, because you mentioned, a lawyer, and I need to know if you want a lawyer now or if we can keep chatting. This is what I need to know.
You can keep chat. I'll keep listening a little longer before I call in a lawyer. Yeah.
Okay. When the FedEx guy called you,
What do you guys think? You think he should have kept asking? He should have keep listening, or he should have just stopped and asked for the lawyer right there? Let me know. Drop a comment down below. Let me know, guys, what you think of Mark, man, and what he has going on right now. If you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate it. We're on the road to 50 subscribers. At 50 subscribers, we're going to do a $50 giveaway. So if you made it this far, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button, because it really helps out the channel. And make sure you guys drop a comment. Let me know what videos or what channels I should check out. And also, what you guys think about this situation. Let's get back into it.
you came down to the house with a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to your house by yourself? Or?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
What did the FedEx guy tell you?
He said, fucking, I'm not going to get into the story. I'm not going to get into the story. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk about it. That's Nicole. Nicole's going to have to tell you that story if you want to hear something from her. If you got her all involved in this.
Well, Mark, let me say this. We have you're saying their stories, so whether they're true or not, that's what we're trying to find out. Okay.
Right.
That's our job.
Okay.
You realize that, right?
Sure.
And as cops, so if there's incidents happen, we got to figure out what's true and what's not.
Okay.
And we do that by talking with people.
Okay.
Obviously, that happened a while ago, so we've been working on this for a while, months.
Okay.
That story starts a much larger story that we have. Right, starts with at your house with a theft happening that includes Nicole being there, okay? And there's a FedEx guy calls you, right? So this is where everything.
That's why I wish she was here,
right?
So she could straighten some of this.
So this has been going on for a while. And you keep telling us, talk to Nicole, get the story from her.
Well, if she's the one that's involved in the story, you need to talk to the players.
Right.
I'm not telling you to talk to her.
I understand.
I'm telling you to talk to whatever players you're talking about in your story there. You talk to them, and whoever you said rode there with me or whatever, talk to them. But you guys have got to also.
So over the last several months, well over half a year, we have talked to a lot of people.
Okay.
And we can tell you right now, Nicole's in front of a grand jury. Okay. There is, you say talk to her, we have. There's a story there.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
So I'm just letting you know that So we have a story, so we want to get your side of it.
Ah, gotcha, okay.
So we know what's true and what's not true.
All right.
Interrogations are like playing poker, where both people are trying to outplay the other. Detectives will sometimes try and bluff their suspect by telling them they already know everything, because someone else who was involved already told them. If the suspect believes them, they may feel like they have to confess to a version of the story where they will get lesser or no charges. It's a tricky situation because if the suspect catches the detectives in a lie, they will realize they have nothing and end the interview.
So are we going to tell you everything that we know? Of course not.
Okay.
I don't think you would expect that.
All right. Well, what I do expect is for you to tell me where I fit in. What is my crime in these stories that you're talking about? What's my crime? Why the fuck did I get handcuffs put on me? I mean, I can hear you guys wanting to talk about this and that, wanting to get stories straight, but why am I getting treated like this? Why didn't you call me up and ask me to come in and talk? Why did you come and have me?
Would you have come and chatted with us?
I would have came in. I definitely would have came in, but I probably wouldn't have talked to you.
Okay.
And I'm not really talking to you now. I really don't have any answers for your stories. I'm not going to straighten your stories out for you and stuff, especially unless I find out what the hell my part of it is. I'm interested in my own self, you know what I mean? And what do you mean Nicole's in front of a grand jury? What are you talking about? Like right now, she's sitting in front of a grand jury?
That's right.
Oh, wow.
So, shortly
Is
after
my dog safe?
No, your dog is safe.
Okay, good. Excellent. That's very important to me. Okay, so now what?
Well,
am I arrested for anything?
you're being detained at this point.
Okay, but I'm not under arrest quite yet.
That's correct.
Okay, then I don't need a lawyer quite yet.
Okay. So,
Mark is of course wrong. You always need a lawyer when you're being questioned by the police.
she is indicated that certain things took place after this robbery, theft, whatever it was, the one where the FedEx guy came to the house, and I think he wanted to call the police, and she said, no, please call Mark, and I think is that right?
I'm not going to sit with that's right now, but
Is that your understanding?
I'm listening to your story.
Okay. And from there, the series of events unfolded involving one of your club brothers, or former club brothers. Okay.
Okay.
And that's where some of this comes about, and it's up to you to clarify for this what all took place, because there's fingers.
Man, you know what? The story that you're talking about is somebody else's story.
Okay.
But you're going to have to talk to somebody else.
Who do you suggest we chat with?
I'm not throwing names. I told you.
Guys, I mean, he's drugged this out way too long. I mean, at this point, I believe he knows why he's here. They've kind of hinted at why he's here without telling him directly, you're here because we want to know about the murder of X. They hinted at it by when they were saying, Nicole's in front of a grand jury, this story and the robbery and the UPS guy, it all ties into a bigger story, and they mentioned the guy who's dead. They kind of hinted at it just to give him an idea, like, hey, this is why you're here, since you keep on asking. So they're not going to give you the evidence they have on you, bro. So, I mean, at this point, why not get the lawyer? At the beginning, I was like, I was thinking Mark was going to be this, I was just curious at what, I said it in the beginning, what could you do that is so great besides asking for the lawyer? And as you can see, even a guy who thinks he's so great is still not great. So, I mean, that just goes to show you. I mean, it's only one thing you do inside the situation. You ask for the lawyer. I mean, it's pointless. Mark is sitting here. He's talking. He's wasting time. He's, he already said too much about certain things. And, I think he should just call the interview right now.
Yeah. It's somebody else's story. You're the cop. Figure it out. Talk to somebody else. It's not my story. I'm not.
I think you know that we've got it pretty well figured out. The question is, you're in a bit of a hole. We're trying to offer you a ladder to get out of this hole.
Man,
okay? Because here we've got Nicole sitting in front of a grand jury right now, and she's testifying to them. Okay. We know what she's going to tell them. We presume. That's not an issue. We have other people we've talked to, and I think you know who most of those people are.
Well, you think wrong, but anyway, okay.
Okay.
There's several others, either now or shortly, are sitting in rooms like you are.
Okay.
So.
Okay. But tell me something that means something to me.
Well,
None of this means much to me so far. And Nicole, man, you know, she's got real problems, you know, and her problem is she's sitting in front of a grand jury right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure her problems are going to probably unfold in front of them. So in any case, whatever, man. Talk to me about that later after she gets out of the grand jury. You'll see what I'm saying. Nicole's got some serious problems, and she's got some serious lying problems. And if all her lies blow up in her face today, well, it's about time. Maybe that'll help her out a little bit. Maybe this whole experience will help her quit making up bullshit and telling lies. So anyway, that's enough about Nicole for me. You got her in front of a grand jury. You got all the story you need from her. Now, what else would you like from me?
Mark is waiting for the police to tell him they suspect him of committing a crime so he can ask for a lawyer. Like I said before, he is afraid of appearing guilty, so he wants the detectives to give him a reason to request a lawyer. The detectives know this, which is why they have not accused him of anything, and they've been very vague in their questioning.
Well, I guess that depends on what you're willing to talk to us about. You don't want to give us names, so I'm not sure how we can talk about the folks that you think we should go talk to.
I don't think you should go talk to anybody. I don't care what you do, man. I really do not care what you do. You're not telling, what am I doing sitting here? You haven't even told me that yet. Why am I here? Because of things that happened to me? I'm here because of stuff that happened to me.
What happened to you? What happened to you?
You guys are telling the stories. You're telling the stories.
We haven't said anything happened to you. What happened to you?
Well, you said I was the one that showed up with somebody else in a car or something like that when the FedEx man called and stuff. You're telling me the story. Wouldn't that be something that happened to me?
I thought you meant like you committed a crime. Or something.
You are a cop to the bone. You're a cop to the bone. That's funny, man. Yeah. I'm acting like I committed a crime.
I think you misunderstood me, Mark.
Well, I think that
you said something happened to me, a crime.
Check it out. I think that you guys have your stories really screwed up, really confused, and I think that you're going to find that out. You're going to find. I believe if they got Nicole,
help us help you.
If anybody's got
you with that.
Nicole, if anybody's got Nicole better, you should go maybe watch that little deal and see what you got in front of you there,
well, help us
and
get
maybe
the
you'll
story
figure out what kind of bullshitter you've got and junkie you've got in front of you, and fucking. In the end, then come tell me you got that I did something. You know, I don't even know what you haven't told me that I did anything wrong yet. Do you suspect me of something?
Well, help us get this unconfused.
Because if you suspect me of doing a crime, let me know so I can get a lawyer. You know what I mean?
Okay. I don't think we've accused you of committing a crime.
No, you haven't. And that's why I'm still looking at these marks on my wrists and going, man, what a way to treat somebody who's not suspected of doing a crime.
I am going to say this about Mark. He's a good damn talker. His tone of voice, the laughs here and there, his jokes. You know, he is a good talker. But I just don't think it helps you in this situation to be a good talker. But I mean, like, he talks pretty good. I'm gonna give that to Mark. Like, he is like I don't know why, you know what I mean? You guys know what I mean, guys. He's a good talker. I mean, he's a good I wouldn't say distracting. His diversion is on point. But how long can you keep it up without getting exhausted and giving up too much? And I think he's already made it past that point.
Okay.
You know?
So help us get this thing unconfused. Because you're saying, go talk to people, but we don't know who to talk to.
Here you go.
Okay.
All right, man. I'm going to help you get unconfused, all right? If you think that I did something wrong, anything, okay, any kind of crime, let me get my lawyer over here, and I will tell my lawyer, you know what? Give these guys a lie detector test. Just take a lie detector test. Don't make these cops suspect the wrong people. So if you guys think I did anything wrong, hit me with a lie detector test or something. I've got nothing to fucking hide.
Now it's Mark's turn to bluff. During these interrogations, sometimes you will hear the suspect say, "Just give me a lie detector test." This is their way of bluffing the police by telling them they are so confident in their answers that they aren't scared of a device that will tell the police if they're lying or not.
I got nothing to hide, and I just got nothing to say. It's against my fucking nature to sit here and talk to cops. Now, I told you more than I probably wish I would have already. Okay? I should have even told you my name. You know what I mean? You got my name. You're playing games. You don't need to know my name. You knew my name before you brought me in here. In any case, if you think I did something, and you really do, if you really think I did something wrong, then you guys maybe think about giving me a lie detector test and seeing, lay it out, lay what you think I did out on a lie detector test. I just want a lawyer there just to make sure that I'm doing the right thing or whatever. But I'm willing to do that just so you guys don't bark up the wrong tree. But I'm not willing to sit here and tell you stories like some piece of shit rat. Okay? You got your world, I got mine. Mm-hmm. In my world, rats are pieces of shit. I'm not going to sit here telling on Nicole. I'm not going to sit here telling on anybody. I'm not going to sit here telling on anybody for anything. For whatever.
Did she tell you that Bagger was one of the people who came and tied her up?
I'm not going to answer any more questions for you.
Okay. At all, or just about that incident?
I think the truth is, I think I'll just not answer any more at all and have you guys arrest me so I can see what the hell I'm under arrest for if you're not going to tell me. Because I want to know where I fit in. You know, I hear what you're barking at and stuff, and I don't really understand some of the stuff, why in the hell you even care about it, because I'm not going to press no charges on anybody, so I don't even know why you guys even give a shit. But I am interested in what the hell I'm going to get arrested for.
Yeah. I mean, he's good at diversion. I mean, he's good at not looking guilty. He definitely did what he set out to, well, I wouldn't say he did what he set out to do, but the interview definitely makes him look not guilty. So if the interview was ever played in front of the jury and it was used as, you know, a part of anything, I mean, he definitely, in my opinion, doesn't look guilty. All right, so if that's what he set out to do, I guess he did a good job. But I still think, asking for a lawyer is your right, and in no way does that make you look guilty. If you walk into an interrogation room and they're like, "Hey, we want to talk to you about this incident that happened here on November 12th at 4 o'clock," you can say, "Hey, look, you guys arrested me, and I don't know what I'm being charged with, and just for my own safety, what I know is I should ask for a lawyer. So I don't want to answer any questions because I really don't. I'm really just not that much knowledge. I'm not as knowledgeable in this space of what I should and what I shouldn't do when I'm being accused of a crime. So just to play it safe, I'm going to ask for a lawyer, guys. I don't want to answer any more questions. I'm sorry." And that's the way to keep it respectful and also not look guilty and still exercise your right to a lawyer, in my opinion. Let's wrap this up, guys.
So arrest me for it so we can go from there.
In a last-ditch effort, the detectives ask Mark about his interactions with Robert. They are hoping Mark will say that he did not like him or they did not get along. Even though Mark should have never answered any questions and immediately asked for a lawyer, he has done a great job not giving the detectives any more information that could be used against him.
I'm not going to tell stories about the club and this and that and why, I'm telling you, I've already told you the common stuff. This is what pretty much everybody knows. It ain't hard for you guys to find out that the fucking guy got kicked out of our motorcycle club. Sure. That is not hard to find out.
When's the last time you were actually eyes on with Bagger? Was he a club member then, or was it after? Did he ever flip you off at some stop sign?
At the same time, he was going. I saw him when he was going out.
Okay.
I saw him. So he was and wasn't at the same time. Okay. The last time I saw him,
that's the last time.
He was until he told him get the fuck out of here, and then he wasn't. So I saw him. He was and wasn't that same day. That's the last time I've ever seen him.
Okay. Did he ever come by and vandalize anything of yours?
No.
Okay.
Hell no. Bagger.
Well, is he a cheap shot guy, or is he someone?
I really don't know, and like I said, I'm not going to answer questions about Bagger.
Okay, but he never did anything to you.
No.
Okay, you never went eyes on with him again after that when he was out of the club.
He respected me, I think, and he talked very nice to me anytime I ever saw him. I'll tell you that. Me and him never had a bad word. In the end, I found out he was a piece of shit junkie.
Right.
So I admit I hold that against him because I spent a lot of time with the guy and stuff and kind of gave him my heart, sort of like, and so when people just really disgrace us like that and stuff, it leaves a real bad taste in my mouth. I will admit that. But that's the end of it. When you're done with us, you're just done. So anything that happened to him after that, I have no idea. Like I said, one thing about our motorcycle club is when you're done with us, you're just done with us. We got no time for you. We got no words for you. You won't be getting any more calls. Nothing. You know what I mean? You're done. And you're just one of a lot of guys that the same kind of shit happens to. It's part of the life.
Okay.
In the end, Mark and other members of the club would be arrested and charged with murder. The biker club would be raided and police would find evidence of years of crimes being committed. Nicole, among others, would work with prosecutors, and in exchange for their testimonies, they would receive lighter sentencing. Mark would receive life in prison for his role in the crime.
Wow, guys. So it looked like all the time in that interview still amounted to a life sentence in prison. If you take anything from this video, I know it was a hard watch because it was so low quality and blurry. If you take anything from this video, it's just, as for the lawyer, man. As for the lawyer, and if somebody snitch on you and somebody snitch on you, and that is what it is, at least you can live knowing that you didn't give up any information that's going to incriminate you or anyone else. Because you don't want to be a snitch inside prison, I'll tell you that much. We are.